talk about the Afrobasket 2015. Like we told you, the quest for Nigeria's first ever title continues. What you have on screen, results from yesterday. Round of 16 matches played. Of course, Egypt defeated Zimbabwe. We saw this coming, guys. High-scoring game, one-sided affair, 102 to 62 it was. Angola.
Look at that, Yemi.
Yeah, close.
Look at that.
Close one.
This same Central African Republic that we thought were pushovers.
62 to 61 in that one. Côte d'Ivoire, well, bye-bye, it is for them. Lost 57 to 76. Tunisia, North African derby, and this one, 1 point.
Just 1 point
decided.
Well. That's all it is.
69 to 68. All right. Let's look at.
I really wish Angola would have lost, because as long as they're there, they're still a big threat.
You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, you prepare and win. You prepare and hope for success. Don't start thinking that
something bad you have
to the guy that is working so hard.
Let's look at today. Round of 16 matches still going on. Of interest to us, the D Tigers of Nigeria will be taking on Mozambique.
6:30 p.m. Nigerian time.
Of course, Senegal takes on Uganda. Cape Verde takes on Gabon. And of course, Cameroon takes on Algeria.
I'm giving it to Algeria for that one. I guess the North Africans have been so dominant.
Maybe we should get ahead of ourselves a little. You can also pay attention to the game between Cape Verde and Gabon. If we scale through, we're going to come across any.
And nobody here should tell me Cape Verde will be a pushover, because they've been playing good basketball.
Of course, we have to cross the Mozambique first. Some teams are already in the quarterfinal, so let's bring to you the fixtures for the quarterfinal. That's it on your screen. Tunisia takes on Mali. Egypt takes on Angola.
Look at that.
After today's matches, 4 other teams will join, and the quarterfinal list will be complete. We all agree here that there's a name that should be on that list.
Of course.
And it should be Nigeria.
Nigeria, D Tigers.
Even if they don't
so
Nigeria,
Mali has a whole lot of work to do for Nigeria to get there. Angola,
Egypt.
West African brothers seem to be doing well. Côte d'Ivoire, Mali,
Senegal, Cameroon.
Well, some will say Cameroon. They're close to us, but maybe
Mali
East Africa.
to an extent,
the Central Africa.
We might just make it to the final.
So, and
maybe it's Nigeria, Senegal.
Maybe. All right. On Friday, we should get ahead of ourselves a little. There'll be classification matches as well. 16 teams participated in this competition. So the classifications will decide how each team finishes. But of course, I don't want us to be in the classification yet. I want us to keep as long as we keep progressing, there will be no need. And of course, what every team is playing for in this is the chance to be at the Olympics.
That's it.
Memories of 2012, not too good.
But we like the fact that we featured.
We like the fact that we're there.
And that should be the motivating
international presence, even though the United States used us to
was a nightmare.
But we like the fact that we took part at the Olympics.
You see, anytime I'm looking at the NBA and I'm looking at Carmelo Anthony, I get scared. It gives me as a nightmare. But hopefully Nigeria will go all the way and progress to the final. Pick the ticket to represent the continent at the 2016 Rio Olympics. All right, we're now being joined by Femi Adefeso, the media committee member of the Nigerian Basketball Federation. I hope he's listening to us. Good morning, Patrick. It's always a pleasure to have you around with us. Let's talk about Nigeria. How impressed have you been with the performance of the D Tigers?
Well, everything has been going fine until we met the host, Tunisia, on Sunday. We were actually surprised that in the fourth quarter, our guys just allowed them run away with almost 17 points to 0. But they fought back gamely and tried to catch up. I know it's not always easy to fight from behind. So they were really exhausted. And apart from also some faulty calls from the referees, the boys tried to catch up, and but somehow we couldn't. But they've taken it on the stride, and I've talked to themselves, and I think we'll see a better game today against Mozambique.
Well, let me quickly ask you this. Have you been able to catch a glimpse of Mozambique? If you've seen them, how do you rate Nigeria's next opponents?
Well, the Mozambicans have proved to be a very tough nut to crack here. Because if you see all the games they lost, they were not pushovers at all. And our boys have also taken it into consideration that they must fire full throttle and put in extra effort to be able to overcome that. Even though we beat them recently in the South Africa Invitational, okay. And we also beat them in the 2011 All Africa Games in which they hosted. But that is not taking anything from them. They are a good side. They are very mobile. And the coaches work. They actually watched their video yesterday. So I think hopefully we'll overcome them today.
Patrick, tell me, the team, we didn't see the sort of technicalities we saw in that first game against Central African Republic and the second against Uganda. They were a bit slow against Tunisia. Anything the coach has done to ensure that they get into the game quickly and make good use of the rebounds and the counters?
Yes, he's been talking to them, they've been drilling them, and they also, I think, somehow we discovered that it's like they went into that game against Tunisia with too much confidence, you know, because like they were analyzing that even the Tunisians were also...
You have.
Okay, that's it. Patrick Omorodion is the media officer of the Nigeria Basketball Federation. Made good points, particularly that they are watching Mozambique.
They're watching Mozambique.
When you watch your opponent, you know their strengths and their weaknesses.
Exactly.
You know how to confront them.
I don't know if this is any consolation. We've beaten them before. We've
met. But that was a long time ago.
But it does
not
give
so
you
long ago, but
it does give you an edge.
An edge, yes, psychologically.
Yes, when you know you've beaten your opponents before, you go out there. Well, it cut both ways. You can become overconfident and lose. But then you can settle in quickly. Because you know what to expect, and then it could be an advantage. But I'm hoping that it will turn out to be an advantage for Nigeria. This is this team has quality. Let me just put it that way. I'm hoping that this team will get to win the Afrobasket and give us a feel of what we saw 3 years ago at the Olympics. It doesn't really matter to me what happens, but as long as we're able to get there. But if we do not win this tournament, we'll have to go through the experience of playoffs, and that's anybody's game.
Anybody's game. He talked about, Patrick also talked about exhaustion. I'm wondering how did that come about?
These matches come back to back,
and they've really been pacey. If you see,
but I really think the players need to now.
I think the doctors need to work. Because if we qualify today, we're playing tomorrow. Levels. So you understand games back to back, it's strenuous.
Because
sometimes.
That could be a psychological advantage to the other opponent when they know you're exhausted.
You could easily say, well, they're professionals, is what they do, but they're not machines. They're human beings. So once you play, the spacing is not really that much.
When you have a training routine and then you go on the court and you make a different play, so you start trying to go back to adjust to that play. Patrick also mentioned overconfidence. If they took overconfidence to meet Tunisia and failed, they shouldn't take that, because with Mozambique, they might just relax. That it's Mozambique.
It's Mozambique. We beat them before.
Mozambique always reminds me of Angola. They are not on the same level, but a lot of similarities. So once I see Mozambique, I pray these guys don't give us the Angola feeling. Because anytime you talk basketball, there's that Angola feeling. We can do so well against others. Angola, a problem. And now Senegal is getting into
the fray,
becoming a problem as well.
It says African basketball is getting competitive, just like football. You want to play Cape Verde, say it's pushover. Even Uganda, Nigeria. But then
Equatorial Guinea for the women.
We defeated them in Maputo. That's a long time, 2011. But at the South African Invitational, I watched Mozambique, pretty decent side, but I liked the way we confronted them in that game and we defeated them. Patrick mentioned that. So if they do same thing today, I'm confident that Nigeria can win. So Afrobasket Championship, Nigeria taking on Mozambique, 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Basketball fans, you have something to look forward to. We will be monitoring it and give you all the updates right here on Channel Sports.